Hello friends, how are you all? Hope you're doing good. So in the last lecture we studied about their different forms of business and which we discussed in depth. It was sole proprietorship, right? So we have studied about what is sole proprietorship, what are its merits and what are its drawbacks, features we have all discussed. Now we'll move further and studied about another form of business which is known as Hindu undivided family, or you can say joint Hindu family. So it is clearly known as a joint Hindu family. So that business is already that business has come into existence where you have only a Hindu religion. Fine. So the business carried out by the male members, and if you think about this male member, this is written now is wrong because one amendment is being done in year of 2004 December related to this genderness. So abhi is for a while that please don't write this mail and I'll teach you in this afterwards. The business carried out by of the member of a Hindu undivided family is known as joint Hindu family. The kind of business is not governed by the Industrial or any Companies Act, but it is governed by the Hindu Succession Act, which exists under the Hindu law. Which law? Hindu law. So what are the conditions? So now what we are studying, that there's some business which are run as in joint Hindu family, like Hindu, which is a business which is run by one generation to another, pass on one generation to another, like Tata. It's very common example, very famous is like Tata, and some other examples like Haldiram is also there. Fine. So which that business which passed from one generation to another generation, that sorry, that is known as joint Hindu family. So there must be two conditions for existing for this. Minimum, don't write male, write minimum two member must be there in the family. So at least there must be two member. Other one is existence of some ancestral property. Like what is ancestral property is like inherent property, which is known as like दादा लाई प्रॉपर्टी और some जो पूर्वज होते हैं बड़े, तो उनकी जो हमारी प्रॉपर्टीज होती है उनको ये बोलते हैं हम एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी. द एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी इज इनहेरिटेड बाय द members, not right male, members of Hindu undivided family. The members who share the ancestral property with who are entitled to get the share of profit is known as joint Hindu family, are known as a co-partners. So co-partner are the person. Fine. Earlier when there were because now law has been passed that male, or you can say male and female both are same. Now we'll give the equal importance. But earlier when we don't provide the equal importance in this law or in this kind of business, so this is further divided to two parts. Daya Bhaga, the system which prevails only in West Bengal. Under this system, the male as well as the female member jointly Hindu can become co-partners, and ultimately the Karta. Karta is the major senior person in the family. So co-partners as well as co-partners. फाइन. सो पार्टनर्स बन सकते थे किसके अंदर, दया भागा. सो अब क्या बच गया हमारे पास, ओनली वी आर लेफ्ट विद द दया भागा. दैट मीन्स मेल एंड फीमेल बोथ कैन become a co-partner, you can say a co-partner in this form of business. But earlier there was a another form of a business which is known as Mitakshra. So this system prevails all over India except West Bengal. West Bengal में under the system only male member can become a co-partner, and hence the co-partner and become the joint Hindu family business. So they're only the male person. But now when this law, like which law, Hindu Succession Act is being amended in 2004, and it was passed that both male and female can be co-partners. That means both can be become the owner, I mean head of the family, anyone who is the senior most person. Fine. What are the features of this business is really important. One of very easy, I mean a member by birth. So who can become member? By taking birth in that family is become the ultimately member of this business. So don't worry about ki minor and major. So the minor is which is below than 18 year of age, which who the person who did not attain the 18 years of age, that person is known as a minor. So in that case, in joint Hindu family, minor can be a member of the business, as that particular some new birth taking place in that family has become that person or that child become a member of that business. Management, this is really important point to understand. Joint Hindu family is managed and controlled by the senior most, don't write male, senior most member of the family, whether it is male or female. they both can become karta. So who is karta? The senior most member of the family is known as a karta. Fine, if someone asks what is karta, who is karta, sorry, then you will just say the senior most person in the family, in case of joint Hindu family, is known as karta. Now, only karta has a legal right to enter into contract with outsider. So who will come and contract with outsider? Only karta. He only, if some other person than other karta is, that contract will not be valid. Fine, it will be void. He only takes all the decisions related to the business. Other member have no right to take decisions in the management and joint Hindu family. I'm talking about the decisions like participation, like they come up and give suggestion to the karta, that can be possible, but ultimately the decision will lies in the hands of karta itself. Number of members, at least 2 members must be there. Fine, or maximum there is no limit. So this is the numbers. Liability, this is important point, please. Liability, in case when the karta liability is unlimited, as I told you. What is unlimited liability? Unlimited liability, that means the personal asset will be liable as well if your business asset falls short for the payment of debt. Fine. If we take an example, suppose at the time of liquidation of a business, that means closing up of a business, the valuation of asset of this business is having rupees 1 lakh, but the entire liability, when we sum up, the liability is costing rupees 1,50,000. That we have the liability of the shoulder of the business is rupees 1,50,000, but we have asset only 1 lakh. We sold that asset in the market, we come up with 1 lakh, we have paid that 1 lakh to a creditor. Now what? We have 50,000 left. Now we need to pay 50,000 more. So under that circumstances, karta will liable and bring in personal asset to pay off those 50,000. फाइन. सो वो अपने पर्सनल असेट्स लेके आएंगे और देन वो 50,000 को पे ऑफ करेंगे. बट द अदर मेंबर्स देन करता हैव लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. दे हैव अ वेरी लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी. फाइन. माइनर मेंबर, येस, माइनर कैन बी बिकम अ मेंबर एज आई टोल्ड यू. कोई भी बर्थ लेता है कोई बच्चा तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली मेंबर बन जाता है. राइट. ऑल द मेंबर्स इन जॉइंट हिंदू फैमिली हैव अ राइट टू इंस्पेक्ट द अकाउंट्स. Fine, inspect the account. The member can also claim the share in the family property at the time of partition of the family. If the party is being from joint to nuclear family, so they have a right to take their portion of the profit from that particular business. Registration, it is not compulsory. Mark this word, the registration is not compulsory for the joint Hindu family. For the joint Hindu family. बट गेट रजिस्टर्ड कराना हो तो वो हम किस में करा सकते हैं? इन हिंदू लॉ एक्ट. विच हिंदू लॉ एक्ट? परपिचुअलिटी, दैट मीन्स विच कीप्स गोइंग ऑन. Perpetual means which keeps going on. So the business will not come to the end if anything went wrong to the karta. Like suppose if karta unfortunately is no more. Fine. Then under that circumstances, the another senior most person will become karta of the family. Fine. So the joint Hindu family become business continues even after death of the karta. The next senior most member, male लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे, male member, please don't write male, only member. Member automatically becomes karta, whether it is male or female hardly matters, and carries on the work. The business comes to an end only when, कब होगा end? Only when all the members notify legal that they are not the member of the business of the family. So it is the notice by themselves they will serve. Then only will come to know that business is wind up. Important over written here, gender equality in the joint Hindu family business. So what is gender equality? That means male and a female both get a equal priority in case of joint Hindu family. So on December 2004, a bill was passed in the parliament to amend the Hindu Secession Act. So what amendment taken place? That male and female both can be become karta. Earlier, before this act, there was only male person can become a karta, but not a female. But nowadays, it's female can also become a karta. If someone asks you female can become a karta, yes, female can also become a karta now, because male and female both get a equal right. So we are done with this topic. The next topic is partnership. Another form of a business that we can open is known as a partnership. Fine. So as we know, the partnership is like where are we are four friends. Let's take an example. We are four friends, and we really one of we really want to open a petrol pump. Like I want to open a petrol pump, but I don't have that much enough capital to open that petrol pump. Then what should I do? Then I consult with my friends, and we four come up together with the conclusion that we form a partnership, that we will open a petrol pump as a business. Fine, as a business in a partnership. So हम पार्टनरशिप में एक पेट्रोल पंप ओपन करेंगे. So the name of those partners are A, B, C and D. Is it clear? So we have opened that term is known as a partnership. Fine. So the partnership is a popular form of business of a small scale or medium scale. So we can come up with a small scale or may lead to the medium scale, not to the larger scale. As the size of the business grows, one person is not enough. Like we have already studied about the sole proprietor. So sole proprietor is not, must be single person who is enough to manage all the activities, managerial activities. Even in case of funding itself, that person will be short of everything. Therefore, two or more person to form partnership carry of a business. The form of business starts to overcome the problem of sole proprietor. As I told you, as in the example, I really need to open a petrol pump because lacking of funds, you can say, sufficient of that knowledge, not up to the mark of knowledge, will provoke me to go with a partnership firm. So what is the meaning? Meaning itself is a partnership is the relationship between two or more person who agreed to share the profit of the business carried, owned by all or any of them acting for all. Please mark this word, owned by all or any of them acting for all. I'll teach this in features, right? We'll study about features and I'll teach this. So this is at least two or more person are there in case of partnership who are ready to share profit or losses. अच्छा, profit or losses वो actually that depend upon their agreed ratio, whether they'll go for equal profit sharing ratio, whether they go for capital contribute of the ratio. So any ratio as decided by the partners will take place. Fine. So the features of partnership are members. So you need to understand what are the minimum member. So the minimum member is required to form a partnership kind of a business. We required only 2 members. So how many members we required? We required only 2 members must be there. So only 2 members must be there. And what is the maximum limit? But I don't go for this 20 members. The maximum limit are become 100. How many? So the maximum member in case of partnership are 100. But a point to be taken care, in case of banking partnership, the maximum number of members are up to 10. Is it clear? So in case of banking, the maximum number are 10. In case of other than banking, if we are open a partnership, it may lead to up to 100. But in both the cases, banking or non-banking business, in partnership, minimum are 2. Is it clear? So this is all written over here. Although I must tell you that minimum or the maximum number is not provided the Act of Partnership Act 1932. Again, I'll tell you that the Partnership Act take place, Partnership Act 1932, and this Partnership Act 1932 has remained silent on the maximum number of the person to be there. I mean, person to be there in a partnership. Then Companies Act 2013 come into action and tell about there must be 100 member must be there. In section 464 subsection, in section 464, not written over here but I know, written is there, section 464 of the Companies Act 2013 provide that the number of a person associated. So it should not be exceed to the 100. Is it clear? Now this is an agreement. Please mark, understand each and everything carefully. Agreement. There must be agreement between the partners to form a partnership. That means there must be agreement. There is not a valid contract. Fine. Where we all, like in case of example A, B, C and D, open a petrol pump in a partnership, all are agree, all 4 are agree. That means they come up and form an agreement. This agreement can be an orally or written. It may be as an orally or written, but it is preferable that they will opt as a written form of agreement. because further it will be not lead to any kind of conflict, any kind of dispute. If any kind of conflict, dispute or misunderstanding arises between the partners, we will definitely reverse this, and when we written form में we maintain करके रखते हैं, that is lead to the partnership deed. So all the terms and conditions related to our partnership firm is written in partnership deed. So any kind of misunderstanding, conflict or dispute arises between the partners, we will going and refer this partnership deed. That what is like in case of salary, if talk about A, B, C and D are 4 partners, where A are highly participative or active in the all activities of the business. Business was petrol pump, where other 3 have contributed their capital. They don't able to come regularly in the business. So beside this, A putting its efforts, so that putting efforts he'll get salary from the business owner. So business owner from 4 of them, so they will provide salary. Now earlier it was decided that Mr. A will get 40,000 per month and yearly 4,80,000 per annum. Yes, so 40,000 per month. But afterwards, when we have decided and giving after 1 month, we're providing salary to him 40,000. He denied. He said our words, or we have exchanged our words that it was fixed of rupees 45,000. Now what we do? If we have taken this, I mean we have not maintained any partnership deed, we have agreed by oral agreement. We have agreed by just by the way of oral agreement. Here it makes a problem. Fine. If we have a partnership deed, we will definitely show to him that it is absolutely written in a partnership deed that you will get only 40,000 per month. That's why it is suggestionable and advisable to keep partnership deed. Next point is business. The business must take place, any form of business, any type of a business, but make sure it's some lawful activity take place. Fine. If you 4 of them like A, B, C and D come up together and take and thought about that we'll go and have a robbery in the bank. So this is not in partnership. This is something that you have entered into illegal activity, which definitely leads you to behind the bars. So this is not something which is acceptable or any form of business. So if you are in a partnership, make sure some lawful activity will take place. Fine. Profit sharing. Now the next point is profit sharing. I told you profit sharing may as per as decided by the partners. So if they have decided equally to take profit sharing ratio, so it will written in partnership deed that the partners will take equally. Fine. Liability. The liability of each and every partner. The liability of each and every partner is unlimited. Now what is the meaning of unlimited liability? The meaning of unlimited liability, that means if the partner is unable to pay off the liability of the business from the business itself, then their personal assets are liable to pay off all the payment in respect to the debtors, debts, in respect to debts, that means creditors. So अगर आपका इसका मतलब है कि अगर हम बिजनेस में जितने पार्टनर्स थे वो अनेबल हैं टू पे ऑफ द डेट्स, सो उस सर्कमस्टांसेस में हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, इन पार्टनर्स को अपने पर्सनल असेट्स भी सोल्ड आउट करने पड़ सकते हैं मार्केट में. फाइन. दैट टर्म इज नोन एज liability. So the liability of all the members in a partnership unlimited. The partners are individually liable to pay off the debts of the firm. At the time of loss, if the firm assets are not sufficient to pay back the debts, then the creditors may claim over personal property of the partners also. Is it fine? Mutual agency relationship. Mutual agency relationship is like in a partnership, suppose there are A, B, C and D are partners, right? Taking the same example of mine. So I told you that A is a highly participative in the functioning of the organization, I mean the partnership firm. So A participate majorly. So A ने क्या किया? A went to the outsider, Mr. Z. He meet with the Mr. Z to come and contract. तो मिस्टर ए ने, यानी कि हमारे जो बिजनेस पार्टनर हैं उनमें से ए ने क्या किया, मिस्टर जेड से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट क्रिएट कर लिया. सो ही कम अप है ना, मेक एन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद मिस्टर जेड, एंड दैट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दैट related to anything, any contract, like we will going and purchase the crude, the petrol or whatever it is, like diesel from you, whatever, and the fixing up the price and all. A ने contract किया. Under that circumstances, all the partners are bind up with the same contract. I'm repeating again, all the partners will bind up with the same contract which A have done with Z. That means if any of the partner making contract with outside party, then the entire, I mean all the members, all the partners will be liable for the same contract. Fine. If in case Mr. D made words with Mr. X, outside person, made words and come to contract, then other of A, B and C all will bind up with this contract. Fine. So whether one person acting for all or maybe all come to contract, तो ultimately ये definition होती है जो मैंने बताया था, आपको बाद में बताऊंगा. Look, go through this definition. Business carried by all, या तो सारे काम करेंगे या any of them acting for all. So if we in this case example A, Mr. A have contract with Mr. Z, that means he is acting for all, and this all become binding with the same contract that A had done with Mr. Z. That is valid contract as well. Every partner is liable to pay off to him if anything went wrong or anything, whatever it is. Fine. This term is known as mutual agency relationship. So there must be a mutual agency relationship. Every partner is the owner as well as agent of the firm and agent of the other partners. The act of one partner is binding other partners. So one act is binding other partners. Each partner is entitled to take part in a management and enter into contract with outsider. The contract signed by one partner is binding other partners. If one partner is signed in that particular contract, that means other partner have also bind up with the same contract. Is it clear? Now next point is non-transferability of share. Suppose A, B, C and D are partners. If C thinking that I don't want to continue this partnership, so he will give his share to its some relative. Fine. Relative name is Mr. Naresh. Then what to he will in a position to give its share of profit to that Mr. Naresh to him? No. Under that circumstances it's not possible at all. Fine. So no partner can transfer his or her share in the partnership to any of the other person. He can do so only, now the point mark, he can do so only of consent of other partner. If in case of Mr. A, or in example Mr. C need to quit, so Mr. C need a prior approval from A, B and D. Have to take prior approval from A, B and D that he is going to give its share to Mr. Naresh. If the partner want to leave the firm, again if partner want to leave the firm, he have to provide the notice or serve a notice that I will going to retire from the firm. Registration is not a compulsory, it is voluntary. The firm will get registered or not. So according to the Partnership Act 1932, it is not compulsory for the partnership firm to get registered itself. However, partners prefer to get partnership firm registered because there are certain advantage. Now, so what is the advantage? I'll tell you later that what are the advantages that we'll get if the firm is being registered. Firm means partnership firm is registered. Is it clear? Management, all the partners can participate in day-to-day activities or not. That absolutely depend upon which type of a partner is there in our partnership firm. Now, how many types of partner? Again, that I'll teach you again later on in this chapter, in this topic itself. The time period I will tell you again, the time period is absolutely depend upon the partners whether they want to quit or shut down his business or not. But sometime it is like A, B, C partner and D, 4 partners there, and due to A was not being well since so long and ultimately he is no more with us, so it will automatically leads up to the closing of that partnership. Fine. So अगर डेथ हो जाती है एनी पार्टनर तो हमें पार्टनरशिप क्लोज करनी पड़ती है दैट पर्टिकुलर, और मे बी अंडर दैट सर्कमस्टांसेस द रिमेनिंग पार्टनर विल कम अप एंड म्यूचुअली एग्री to recreate or go through the partnership again. I mean, they have to take or carry on the business, the same business, so they mutually agree upon the same thing. If they agree, then it will be again will start at the same partnership. Fine. The partnership firm can continue till the partner desire to continue. Legally, it can come to the end at the retire or death of any one partner. So if any one partner dies or retire, end हो जाएगा. Even after the retirement death of the partner, the firm can continue if all the remaining partner agree. If all the remaining partner mutually agree to go with the same business. carry on the same business. In case they settle the claim outgoing out partner, they can continue. So now this point is really important to settle the claim. So they need to settle the claim in case of retirement if it's going. So they need to pay off the profit and the level of goodwill he generated till here. Fine. So we are done with this today, and in the next video we'll come up with the advantage and disadvantage of partnership firm. Thank you.